Hey there everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to show you how I do washi tape sectioning of a diamond painting. I grabbed a small one, it's a cheap one I got off of Amazon, but it just makes it easier for filming. I would do the same exact method regardless of the size. So you can use any washi tape that came with your kit if you have like Diamond Art Club or Dreamer Designs. Or buy extra washi tape if you end up getting these cheap little kits because they don't tend to come with it. So I section off little squares because it's two reasons. It makes you focus on one section, but also you're not exposing the glue to the air as long as if you were to pull this all back. Now, some diamond painting kits will say, okay, do all of number 1. Well, that's great, but you'd have to peel this whole thing off and either put cover paper on it, but cover paper will eventually no longer stick the more drills you get down. Or 2, you'll constantly be pulling this on and off, and that's not good for the glue either. So I prefer the washi tape method, and how I do it is slightly different. So I look at my canvas overall and kind of try to find what makes the most logical sense. So we have this huge moon in the middle here, right? And as you can see, there are some areas of color blocking. So I want to try and get as much of that in the same section as possible. So I'm going to start down here, and I am going to use a better quality washi tape. Okay, I wanted a thinner one because this is a smaller canvas, but the canvas didn't want to cooperate. So I start at the bottom, okay? I want to stay under this moon here. So I'm going to put, because my cut line is going to be at the tape, so I'm just getting evenly across. And I'm just staying in line with the squares that are already there. Now when it comes to up here, I see a bunch of purple starting here. This one goes down a little bit further. So while I'm thinking on that one, I'm going to section off up here just above the moon. Oops, staying in line with everything. Okay. Now when it comes to down here, this is a smaller canvas. If this was a bigger one, I would chunk it out more. However, I do see a bunch of R's in here, but there's some here too. So I am just going to split this part down the middle. Again, keeping my line so that no drill lines are covered up. Okay, same thing at the top here. Now, if this was a larger section or a larger canvas, I would usually have quite a few across. I try to never let my squares get larger than, well, it depends. If the area has a ton of color blocking, then I'll go like, as big as a 6x6. But if it has a bunch of confetti, I keep mine pretty small, as in sometimes as small as 2x2. That's 2 inches by 2 inches. So, okay, with the moon, I think what I want to do is I see a break here before I get into the chunk of the 7s. Actually, there's some here too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this right here. And block that off. Because again, I don't want huge sections. Now, I'm going to tape this line right here. Okay, so now I have all this that's pretty close to one another in colors in one section. It's a little bigger, but that's just because this is a small canvas. Now over here, I kind of want to keep all of the S. See, so the S goes all the way out here though. So what I'll do first is I'm going to cut this one off right here as well. Okay, but I'm gonna break this one off right under this line here because a lot of these are the same color, and then I'll just pop back in with these. So it was only I went up a line or two, but now with the size of these, I could break it up by either doing some washi tape right here or just cutting this down the center. But really, because this is such a small one, I'm going to leave it as is. But the point is, I don't just go across, down, down. I always try to look and see where there's a good area, like a stopping point. Like, okay, am I going to have to put away the same drills and then take them back out? So if I have like an area that's all color blocked, I'll purposely tape that one off before I get into the confetti, and then I'll just cut, go around the confetti areas. That helps you be a little more efficient, but also you're not constantly swapping out your drills. That's what I try to do. So that's how I washi tape off a canvas. If you have questions, just leave them in the comments below. I absolutely hate the pattern on this one. I always try to match, like, see, this would have been perfect. I always try to match my washi tape to my canvas. You don't have to do that. It's just pretty for Instagram photos, really. And I don't know, makes me happy. And this pattern I really don't like, but the tape cooperated. So always remember to just make sure you go under the line so you're not covering up anything. And then just when you cut your sections out, that's where you work. And it's nice because then you get a little quick sense of accomplishment, even if you only did like one square. That's quite a bit. All right, if you have questions, leave them in the comments below. And until next time, take care. Bye now.